All right, sorry about that. It's just interrupted briefly, but yeah, we'll get back to recording. Oh, awesome, from the depths video. Fortunately, like last time, there was no cheesecake involved, but my father was involved. But again, there's no cheesecake. So what was the point if there's no cheesecake? The cheesecake makes the interruption worth it, you know? It's sort of like, well, I don't even know an example to do that. Cheesecake. It's just cheesecake. Does anyone here not like cheesecake? How could cheesecake not be loved by people? It's just so fantastic, you know? It's basically, you know, cream cheese that you'd put like on a bagel, but then it's, you know, given more love and joy and just awesomeness, and it's so good. How could people not like it? Okay, I think this is, it's good enough. I think it's good enough. That's what we're going to go with. It is good enough. So how are we actually going to design the actual thing? I have no idea. Let's just start working on it, and as it takes form, we will realize that we did something terribly wrong. That's how these things normally work. We realize we did something terribly wrong. Yeah, basically, you know that real-life sinking sim video? That kind of went terribly wrong. It was nothing like any of us expected it to actually be. And so when it turned out kind of iffy, none of us were like super impressed, but apparently you guys like really loved it, but no one else did, so... Yeah, I made a lot of people angry with that video. I'm always making people angry. Why is everyone so angry at me all the time? What did I do to harm the world, guys? All I did was sink ships and, you know, make money off of the Titanic. Oh, God, I'm terrorizing the Titanic. All those people died, so I could, you know, mock all of them and become slightly more popular because of them, albeit there was a lot of popular people on that ship. So, I guess they're all kind of historic now. More people remember the Titanic than will remember me. Well... I guess that's because the Titanic was actually like something that costed millions of dollars and was sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and catastrophic, you know, casualties in life, and lots of people died and stuff. In my video, brought laughter and joy to about 1 million people, and yeah, that was that. All right, so this submarine, what do we want it to do? Well, this submarine, I was thinking, is going to be sort of... I don't know, modern style. We're going to put some torpedoes aboard it. I've never actually had any experience in designing torpedoes in this game. Man, this thing is looking absolutely bizarre right now. But that's totally okay. We designed bizarre things because we're bizarre people, I guess you could say. I don't know. Well, let's not try to use so many of those pausing words because they make everyone kind of scared. So we're going to add some missiles to it, and I think the missiles are going to be the best bet because we can put motors on the torpedoes. And those will be very effective for eliminating people, because eliminating people is what we need to do with this. Because certain people riding around in the boats, maybe like Lathland or, you know, Rob as now, need to be eliminated. You know, they're potential threats now. They're threats to society. They threaten the sinking simulator regime. Wahahaha. So I'm going to use this awesome-looking cylindrical boat thing. Oh my god, this thing looks ridiculous. We're going to use this, and we're going to put some missiles on it, and we're going to kill everyone. So basically, it's the same thing the Germans did in World War I, and I guess World War II as well. Sorry, all you Germans out there. We really like giving you some nice shout-outs about World Wars, because you just happen to be the people who were around during those that we can talk about. Yeah, well, I can't believe I'm changing my design from the bottom to the top because I'm not using the interior one right now. And so, yeah, it's gonna look really bizarre, basically. All right, look at this. The most bizarre submarine you will ever see in your entire life. I feel like I'm offending people who work in the Navy right now. I feel like I'm offending naval designers all around the world. That's probably not a good thing. I'm just gonna put that out there, too. I don't think it's very good to offend naval designers because, well, one, they are naval designers, and two, they have very big guns. Not like muscles, but they have actually very, very, very large guns that can kill you. So, wouldn't suggest getting on their bad sides. Okay, so let's design this a little bit, kind of. Let's design this differently. I kind of want it to come out a little bit in the back, and then there'd be like a port that we can put all of the engines and stuff. It's not really traditional, but again, when was the last traditional thing we did? Man, I feel like I'm quoting Parks and Recreations there. Oh, the commentary must go on. The commentary must go on. Oh, one thing I'm really excited for is Doctor Who is released on Netflix today. I believe season 8, so I finally get to watch that. I know all of you are probably really offended that I didn't actually watch Doctor Who season 8 when it came out. I think it's actually ended by now. I think they're probably working on season 9. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind in the news. Not really the news. I'm very up to date with the news. Yes, Donald Trump destroying the world one comment at a time. Actually, probably shouldn't talk about politics on here. Yeah, that could be very destructive, especially because a lot of my viewers aren't even American. Well, actually, no, like all of you are from California. Who's the candidate who mostly aligns with California? I think it's Hillary Clinton. Yeah, you guys are mostly Democratic down there. Again, we're not going to have a political discussion right now. This is a YouTube video, and whenever we bring politics into YouTube, great fun occurs. Great fun occurs. All right, so what are we going to do with this? I guess we just keep coming down with it, normally like we did on the top, making the most bizarre design reality. All right, so then we have this one down here. And what did I do with this? I don't think I did anything with it, really. Or maybe I did. I think I did. Yeah, I went like this, and then I brought down this sort of like... Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Looking fine. Looking nifty. Looking like something Lathland couldn't... Oh, man, a lot of Lathland references in this video. It's like once you learn his name and why he's, you know, destructive to you, you finally just want to destroy him. But, you know... My goal in life isn't to destroy people. It's to, you know, friendly, you know, not destroy them. It makes sense. Okay, don't judge me. I'm filling this with metal. We're going to make this an enclosed area in here. Look at this. Nice and enclosed. And if we turn off the caps lock button, the thing that keeps us in the air, we should sink. Let's see if we do. All right, we are sinking. It is looking very sinkable right now. It's not sinking particularly fast, but it is sinking nonetheless. We might have to add some lead to the bottom of it to get it to sink a little bit faster. So now the real test is if we can put a buoyancy thing. Yeah, buoyancy thing. That's what I'm gonna call them now. No, I mean one of those air pumps inside of it. If it removes all of the water inside and it resurfaces. Yes, it does resurface, and it actually floats rather well. A little bit too well, actually. I don't want it to float that much. So let's try putting some lead on it underneath. We're going to try to balance it out in the middle of, you know, where we want the middle to be. Not where it wants the middle to be. And we'll see to making this awesome. Okay. So let's go down. Here we are in the middle bottom of the ship. Let's get some lead blocks. Lead. There's some lead. Okay, and let's just start lining that up, a lot of it, because we need quite a bit of lead to make the... Oh, it's starting to tip, isn't it? Is it tipping? It's tipping. It's tipping. Look at it tip. Look at it tip. Look at that tip. Did you guys see that tip? That was a pretty intense tip right there. All right, so let's not try to tip it, I guess. Would be what do we like land on something? I have no idea why it just started randomly tipping over. It was like, okay, yep, tip time. Tip time is on. Tip time is going strong. Okay, and let's you know, give ourselves a little bit more weight. All right, we drop her again. Let's see how much that added. I didn't think that added a whole bunch of weight, but I just wanted to, you know, submerge a little bit more. We're gonna need, I think, a little bit more. Kind of near the back-ish. Kind of was a little bit front-heavy to begin with. I think that's what we sort of gained by doing this. All right, is it tipping again? I think it's tipping again. I swear it's tipping again. It's tipping! Why is it tipping? Stop tipping! Come on! Is it like asymmetrical or something? I didn't think it was asymmetrical. It looked pretty symmetrical to me. Well, I mean, we had the mirror on. How could it have been asymmetrical? But, yeah, okay. Well, we'll have to figure out something for that. Yeah, it's not particularly stabilizable, I guess, on the surface. So we're going to have to do something. Probably going to have some sort of jet stablers on it. Let's see if we can add the jet stabilizers on it right now, or if those won't work. No, that's jet engine. We don't need jet engines on it. That might end a little bit weird. Stage stablers use engine power to level out the vehicle. Okay, all right. Works underwater, over water, and in space. Wow, look at it. Such a useful device has been created by people. Okay, let's add a few of these on. Just 2 of those up there on the front and 2 on the back. Actually, we should add them. Well, I guess they kind of already do control the side from just being there. So, all right, so we got those on. So if we drop it down, well, actually, we don't have any engine power. So we're not going to do particularly well until we get an engine in this beast. Let's build the engine somewhere right in the middle. Actually, no, where are we going to put the ballast tanks on this? Where are we going to put the ballast tanks? Because we have to make it sink, but we have to make there be an area that we can actually use. And I think I just want the ballast area to be in one general area. So I think I have an idea for what we can do. I think I have an idea. So I'm going to make a walkway, pretty much, is what I'm planning on doing. But I want to leave the middle interior of the ship pretty darn waterlogged when we need it. So we're just going to add a giant middle ballast, I guess you could say. Or I don't know if we call it middle ballast, but I guess it's going to be mostly on the top. Maybe, hopefully it still doesn't suffer from top-heavy issues. Or maybe we could put the walkway on the top. Oh, it's not going to be that big anyway. It's not really going to affect it all that much. Besides, most of the lead's on the bottom. I guess it's mostly just lead heavy. All right, so then if we just make our nice fill here, we can fill that up so we have sort of like a compartment there. And now I want to measure out how many blocks we are from the center of mass so I can make this container relatively easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so we're 16 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, I think that's sort of how math works. We'll figure it out later on. Well, if it starts failing rapidly, we will know why. And we can blame all the subscribers for it, too. Yes, I love blaming subscribers for things. They're so awesome to blame. Because you guys... I'm just joking with you, but you guys are so cool. You guys really do keep what I do here alive. And you make everything awesome. I probably wouldn't be playing this game. I never would have actually received this game had you guys not been or given me the power in order to receive it, which is really cool, or recommended it to me. I mean, a lot of the games I play, you guys actually do recommend. I can't just give you enough credit for all of the stuff you guys do for the channel here. All right, so let's fill these. Let's fill these. And here we go. This is going to be our massive ballast tank. Yes, I always love having massive ballast tanks. Massive ballast tanks for extra damage or something along those lines. All right, so let's put our air compressor here in the front. So water. We get an air pump here, so volume is not breached. Blah blah blah. Okay, so let's turn the buoyancy in this off and let us remove its caps locks and see if it still goes under. All right, so we're getting some sinking action going on. We're getting some definite sinking action. I think we're getting quite a lot of floating action too. All right. All right. All right. So it's sinking a lot. I mean, it's not particularly up there, but I think we're just gonna have to weigh it down with more lead on the bottom. I think that is what we're gonna have to do. The balance. Oh God, I cannot say the word ballast today. The ballast tank will provide us with a lot of the control that we need in order to raise ourselves back up if need be. But these lead blocks will just weigh us down quite a bit in the water. Okay, so let's find where the center has moved to. It's like right around here again. Oh, well, that is the center. Good job. Good job, me, for finding the center, even when I said I didn't want to find it. Sometimes I contradict myself so much. Like, I say something, and then I immediately do what I said not to do. I don't know how that works. Maybe I just like seeing the consequences of doing things I say not to do. Maybe I don't believe myself sometimes. I should always believe myself. I believe myself. I don't know if I believe myself, actually. Well, you know, I'll figure it out one day. Okay, and so there we go. We added quite a substantial amount of lead, and we're still floating. So I guess you could say I didn't make the ballast area large enough. It's one thing you could say. Or you could say that we just didn't add enough lead to it, which is what I'm going to go with, because I just like adding lead to things. Because, well, who doesn't like adding lead to things? You know, add lead on anything. Lead pencils would be a very bad idea, albeit most people, I think, believe that this lead in pencil is actually graphite. You know, common known fact. But Lathland doesn't give you those kind of facts. Oh, come on. We got more Lathland shout-outs going on here. Who's writing these into my script? Who's writing all these Lathland jokes into my script? That's me. That's me. I promise. I'm so sorry. All right. Okay, let's just do this final kind of area of lead, and let's see if this finally pushes us under to the point that we begin to sink. I know, a lot of the submarine is just built out of, like, pretty much solid lead. Still not enough. Almost. We're almost all the way underwater. Okay, let's just add, I guess, this entire front piece here. Okay, we do that, and let's add some more to the back and see if we can finally start going under. All right, and yeah, I'm not counting here, so that's gonna be like the worst symmetrical design ever. Oh, it's so close. It is so close. Well, if I add some stuff inside, it should probably begin to sink. I believe. Okay. So let me add like an engine to the back. I think is where we're gonna put the engine at, mainly because I think the back would be an area that would be less hit in case of some sort of emergency. Okay, so let's put an engine. I don't know how heavy engines. Oh, it probably says how heavy it weighs 0.4, and a metal block weighs also 0.4. So it's basically just like adding more metal. And lead's weigh 2. So it's like, what is that? It's like something around like 5. I'm bad at math, okay? Don't hire me to do your math for you. That's why I tell other people to do my math for me, and it works out. All right, so, okay, look at the engine there. Which way is the front of the engine going to be? Right where I wanted it to be. Good job. Good job. I finally got the engine right. That took me forever. All right, so we got this here. Let's add some more cylinders. Okay, let's add some carburetors to this baby to get her really nice and carbureted. Ooh, that sounds really not good. Probably shouldn't have said that. Let's add some engine zone fuel tanks in order to increase our fuel efficiency. All right, look at that. We got already 148 max power output, which is really good. We haven't even added superchargers yet. This isn't a very big engine either. I'm trying to leave room open on the sides so bad stuff doesn't happen. 354 power, that should be good for now. We don't like need a huge amount. So you have the engine there. So I guess that means the jet stabilizer should actually start working now. Actually, I'll add a little bit of fuel too, so we don't just immediately burn through everything. Resources, and if we go to fuel storage tank, we add a fuel storage tank or like 3 next to the engine. Probably a bad idea. Whatever. I use a lot of bad ideas all of the time. And so, yeah, there we are. Look at this. It's still floating, unfortunately. It's still floating. Okay, more lead. Lead is always the answer. Lead is the new answer to all of my questions. Lead. It's the answer to everything. You know, pi equals lead. Interesting concept. Probably doesn't. If you told your math teacher that, I think they get very angry at you because I don't think lead equals like anything besides death. Yeah, don't add lead to your food. Don't add lead to your drinks. Don't add lead to anything that you use to eat or drink because you will also die. Well, if you ingest them, that is, you know, ingesting lead, generally not a good idea on any count. Okay, and oh my gosh, I added so much lead to this thing. Apparently I didn't make it heavy enough. Apparently I made it too big. Apparently I should have just made the entire sides out of it made of lead. Then it would sink better. But okay, that should be enough. If that's not enough, then I'm not sure what is enough. Well, it sort of stays under. You know, not impressively under, but it stays under for now. So let's start adding some of our controllers. You know, we could get those automated things in, and we can see what exactly is going on with them. Okay, so if we go to, what is that under? Is that a MISC? Late fitting, signpost, NPCs for spawning beacon. So vehicle, Hearthstone origin, repair. I know, it's very frustrating to watch other people look for things. It's probably going to be in control, isn't it? Automated control block. It's very frustrating watching other people do stuff like this because you're like looking at it, you're like, it's right there! And I'm like, I have no idea where it's at. All right. Are we sinking? Are we sinking? We are way front heavy is what I'm looking at right now. Come on, jet controllers. Are you supposed to be helping me out here? Aren't you supposed to be helping me out? Well, I have to add more lead to the back. Blocks. Lead block. All right, we got some more lead on here. We making it back or heavier. Back heavier, I guess. Look at that. Okay, it should even out at some point. It doesn't matter that a submarine is like phased out like some sort of dead animal. It's all right. We'll figure it out at some point. All right. So, whoa, look at that complication. What on earth is going on here? Okay. Activate when altitude is greater than. Yeah, affect the air pumps. So if the altitude is greater than something, we're going to need to deactivate an air pump. Deactivate air pump. Ooh, do I need to set which air pump? How do I... Oh, maybe it's all air pumps. Ooh, this could get interesting real quickly. Okay, yeah. Deactivate air pump. And if input is greater than... How far down is this kind of stuff going to be? I have no idea. All right, so if it's greater than 55, we need to deactivate the air pump. All right, so let's exit that. And I'm assuming that this probably just filled with water immediately. I have no idea if it did or not. Let's see. Yeah, pump is switched to off. All right, well, it's not flooded. That's why there's no water coming in. So maybe we didn't actually need the whole ballast tank thing. Maybe that was the stupidest design ever. How much you guys want to agree that was the stupidest design ever? Well, yay, I did something that is actually not smart for once. All right, and let's turn this one on. So if the if we are less than, so if we're less than something lower than the previous number, let's say 167, that affects the air pumps and turns them On. Yay. Exit. Okay. 167.5, 55.5. Those some really far numbers. Okay, we need to figure out where exactly we're at. What's our altitude? It's minus 91. All right. And is it going down? It is going down, I believe. Altitude minus. Yes, it's going down. Okay, so I need to change this to be something a little bit less. Whoa, that's too close. Too close. Too close. 93. Do I set this manually? Okay, let's take it down to like 70. All right, exit. Okay, so now that we're at minus 106, it should reactivate the air pumps. It's currently on. And we're still sinking. Yay! Okay, so now we've run into the problem where we have too much lead. Who would have thought we'd have too much lead? I never thought we'd have too much lead. Never in a million years. Okay, let's get rid of this lead. Or some of it, I guess. Come on. Okay, we need to really start getting back up again. We're not moving, really. We're kind of hovering around negative 115. Or is this actually me? Do I need to, like, get inside of this? I'm not inside of it. I'm, like, way out there. What am I doing? Am I going down? I think I'm going down. I guess the best way to judge this is to go down to the seafloor and see what's going on. We are kind of hovering. Yay! Hovering! Okay, let's get rid of more of this lead. This lead is quite the heavy stuff. All right, so we're getting rid of this, and we're getting rid of this. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to go back up, I believe. Oop, actually just started adding a few bolts of lead there. All right, so our altitude is going back up, I think, and something's happening. I'm not really sure what it is, but I believe we're going back up. Float, my contraption, float. Float indeed. Float like a boat. Float like the boat you were built to be, without lead weighing you down. We worked so hard on this lead infrastructure, and now we're destroying it. All right, so let's just make sure this works. All right, so we are going down to... so an altitude is greater than 55. So as soon as we go down to 55.4, this thing will turn back on, and when it goes back down to 73, or when it goes less than 73, it will go back. So let's... just make sure that this works how it's supposed to, so when this drops, and then we should start sinking again. Yes, it works! It works. Lathland's creation actually worked. Hooray. 55 to 70. Actually, I set this down to like 63, I guess. Can you do it too fast? I don't know. Alright, so that's 63. So, yep, now we're going back up, and now we're going back down. And as soon as you reach 63, it will continue the process all over again. So we've created an actual submarine that does actual submarining things. I am so happy. Look at that. It works. Oh, actually, it does work. This doesn't work. Yes, it works! It does work. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see this submarine get finished, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. That plays me, right? Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.